Yo, Girthy Gang, what the freaking heck is up? I'm Send It. We react to stuff, and it's been quite some time since we reacted to a Tom MacDonald song, so let's get into one. So this is Fake Woke by Tom MacDonald. If you like the reaction, if you like the song, go show love to Tom MacDonald on his videos. Come back, show some love to the Girthy Gang. Girthy Gang's just trying to get a little more girthy for the summertime, so let's get into the reaction.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at
Oh, he's coming. Okay, he's coming out hot right out the rip. Okay.
It's controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump.
Okay, I know Tom MacDonald comes out with some pretty heavy stuff, but oh my God, I was not prepared for all this right away.
Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in.
Okay, I was not. When I picked the song, I did not expect it to be a heavy hitter. I didn't think, I don't know, maybe because I don't listen to a ton of his music, I don't know, I'm so used to just listening to music that some of them aren't as emotional and as like in your face as far as like what they're talking about. Tom MacDonald straight up gets into the shit and he means business right off the rip. Hey, this is wild. I was not expecting this right off the start.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake woke.
I am gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I was not expecting this song to be as serious as it is, and do I agree with everything that he says? Maybe not, but there is a lot of shit that he is saying that is very, very true, very valuable, and like it's wild how we don't see more. Like I feel like when I think of music, I don't feel like, I mean, aside from Tom MacDonald, are there a lot of artists that are really calling out a lot of like the shit that the government does and or social media and all that? Like I mean, I know that every once in a while you'll hear it in a song, but I don't know, I feel like there's something about that I don't feel like I've seen very much of.
Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake, woke, same old, safe zones. They so fake, woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what
I mean,
to believe in. They so fake woke.
I mean, we've listened, I think we only have one, maybe two of his songs on the channel. And I have maybe heard maybe 1 to 2 songs outside of what we've reacted to. I mean, this guy just pours it all out. Like, he is just coming for everybody and everything and calling people on their shit, which I feel like people aren't used to. So maybe that's why he's misunderstood, because I definitely, there's, when we've done the reactions, people have been like, I don't want to watch him. And it's like, the reaction channel, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that you don't want to watch. You know, it is what it is. Like, it's fine if you're here for, you know, what I'm watching, that's one thing. But if you're here to like be a part of this family, the Girthy Gang, we're gonna watch a bunch of different stuff, and like that includes some controversial stuff. Where Tom MacDonald's very controversial, I feel like, because of the sole reason that he calls so many people on their shit, and that's not, we're not those, we aren't in those times anymore. People get a little sensitive when that shit happens. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I was not expecting how serious that got and how fast, and just, I mean, that whole song was straight up him just calling people on their shit. You know, and like I said, not everything he said I agree with, but at the same time, there was a lot of stuff that he did say that I did agree with. So like, that's something that I want to encourage the Girthy Gang. We always, as a world, preach that you can have your opinion. At least in the United States, I know that for other countries, it's a little more difficult sometimes. There's, you know, it's not always, you don't have that freedom everywhere. For the people that are in the United States and are, you know, able to have that opinion and have the freedom for that, and if you have it anywhere else, not everybody's going to think the same way that you think. And I've started realizing this recently as I've gotten older. It's okay. Like, if somebody, like, as long as it's not something that is going to I hate racism. I hate anything that is negative towards any other person. But I also know that there's so many other people in this world that don't understand it. Like, I have some friends that don't understand people that are of color in their struggle. And I could easily, and I have before, I could easily just be like, yo, just get the fuck away from me. I don't have time for you. Or I could take that as an opportunity to try to teach them something, to have them see it in another light. And that's where, like, you know, maybe you disagree with what Tom MacDonald has to say or what he stands for. But there are things that I feel like maybe, you know, you could see from a different point of view and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe, you know, maybe if I put myself in that position, it would be that way. You know, and that's just, you know, that's just my 2 cents. I'm just a dude on the internet. Don't worry about what I have to say. But for the Girthy Gang, and if you're truly here for me and for our family to grow, try to help one another. Like, it's just like, we are in such shitty times. I feel like it just every day it just gets worse and worse. Be there for somebody. If somebody needs to talk, you might not want to listen. It might be the last thing you want to do, but just give them 10-15 minutes of your time and let them talk. Let them express their feelings, because I feel like we're losing that. So sorry, I didn't mean to get that deep, but I guess Tom MacDonald just puts us in that spot. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys on the next one.